How many of you play video games? And how many of you have played video games on one of these in your life? Well, as you know, your health and your life in video games are critical. But if you die, no problem. You have more than one, and you can also start over. But in real life, you only get one. Recent technological breakthroughs in the use of virtual reality, VR, and augmented reality, AR, have created exciting applications in the field of medicine and especially in the operating room. It has saved lives, not digital lives, real lives, and the impact on the world will be astounding. I researched many articles on this topic, listened to many TED Talks, and interviewed my dad. His animation studio has been creating VR and AR tools for several years. I found that for years surgeons have relied on their own expertise in microscopic camera systems to operate on patients. Even with the very best tools available, the physical limitations, complications with visibility, and simple body fatigue have plagued the industry. But now, surgeons have brought this new tech into the operating room, vastly improving the process and allowing surgeons to collaborate and perform surgeries on patients remotely. How incredible is that? Today I will be talking about the origins of VR and AR, and how these tools are now being used in the surgical field, and finally, what the future holds with the radical integration of AI and robotics into the process. But first, let's jump into a DeLorean for a little trip back in time. Starting with the basics, what is VR and AR, and where did this technology originate? Similar to many other advances in technology, they typically are incubated in one of three areas, which includes university visual labs, the military, and entertainment. University labs like Stanford and UCLA have been an incredible resource for supporting and incubating radical, out-of-the-box ideas in experimentation in VR and AR. In entertainment, VR and AR are innovating in video games, EDM concerts, raves, theme parks, and yes, even the porn industry, believe it or not. We will expand on everything except for porn. Video games use first-person heads-up displays and gameplay, allowing visibility and clarity with their character. Many of those principles have now been integrated into the design of VR and AR interfaces in the surgical field. Theme parks have used immersive domes and a projection for motion rides like the Simpsons ride at Universal Studios, allowing a full 360 viewing experience. The idea of a 360-degree view is now being applied to the VR/AR tools for surgeons. EDM concerts and raves have used projection mapping and holograms like the infamous debut of the Tupac 3D hologram at Coachella. In surgery, it is used to view your internal organs in 3D. And finally, the military, which of course is very well funded and are constantly exploring new technologies to advance their approach to national defense. Jet pilots wear heads-up displays which in AR are projected onto a lens that allows a real-time digital view of their location. In the operating room, surgeons now have 3D views of the patient's bodies while in surgery. What's really cool is that AR and VR have the full weight of research from these universities, entertainment companies, and the military behind it, which of course benefits breakthrough applications in surgery. That's a bit of history, but how is this technology being used today? Current applications include pre-visualization, AR-assisted training, global medicinal collaboration, and even remote surgeries by medical teams worldwide. If money is any indicator, the market for AR and VR in healthcare is blowing up. According to a report by Global Data, the market for virtual and augmented reality in healthcare is expected to reach close to $1.2 trillion by 2030. AR technology used by surgeons consists of a headset with a see-through eye display that projects images of the patient's internal anatomy, like bones and other tissues. It's like having a GPS navigator right in front of your eyes. Essentially, this gives the surgeon's X-ray vision. According to the director of the Johns Hopkins Neurosurgery Lab, surgeons who are using AR and VR can visualize the organs they are about to operate on in 3D, which is profoundly changing the way surgeries are performed today. Remote collaboration and training is another exciting application of tech. AR tools are being used to help surgeons collaborate with medical teams worldwide before, during, and after operations. Over 5,000 procedures have now taken place with a monthly average of 700 remote procedures across 35 countries and 5 continents. The expertise of top surgeons is now accessible to other surgical teams worldwide in real time. Now that you know more about the origins of the technology and how it's currently being used, let's jump back into the DeLorean and see what the future looks like. One of the most exciting prospects in the radical integration of artificial intelligence, AI, and robotics, which enables surgeons to control microsurgery robot remotely from anywhere in the world. According to Forbes magazine, a Boston company backed by Bill Gates is doing just that. Imagine a surgeon in a VR headset using these tools to perform medical procedures halfway around the world, as these microbots become their surgical hands during the procedure. 10 years ago, nobody could have imagined how AR and VR would be integrated into the medical field, and only our imaginations can limit where the technology will take us over the next 10 years. The use of AR and VR in operating rooms has saved countless lives, increased the success rate of many surgeries, enabled remote collaboration worldwide, and now with AI and robotic integration, it is allowing doctors to perform surgeries remotely. The impact in the operating room has been immense, but even more important is how it can change the lives of the underserved markets globally with access to expertise and tools not available to them. So I opened up by asking if you've ever played video games or have ever experienced VR and AR. Most of you have, but little did you know that through this and this, you actually have the tools in your hands all along. That is not only saving digital lives, but real lives. Thank you.